Hello. Hi, everybody. It's Meg. I am here with another live stream for you guys. I hope to have some of you come along. I'm really excited to just have a chill, relaxed stream. Hopefully we can hang out. Give me just a second. I'm going to close the blinds behind me. Give me just a moment and I'll be back in a minute. Hello. Probably should have thought of this before. This side might be blown out a little bit just because the blinds over here are broken, unfortunately. So that's okay. We'll worry about this side later. Yeah, cool. We're here. Hold on just a sec here. And you just want to say hi while we're hanging out for a bit. Okay, so, all right, so we are live, like I said. I have some free time tonight, and we're just going to hang out, enjoy each other's company for a bit. I don't do these lives as often as I would like to, just because I feel like I don't necessarily have a lot of free time to do them. There was one point where I was literally doing them every Monday afternoon, and it got to the point where I just wasn't reaching people. But I think now that I've had some time to step away from it, I think I would like to redo some of these lives, or at least reinstate some of that energy back into my energy space right now, because I do enjoy them, but it's just going to be making time to see what comes of it. So I hope you all are doing okay. What I'd like to do is just play my cards for a little bit. Just draw some oracles, draw some tarot. We'll see what messages we need to see. And okay, that's on the floor. I lit a piece of incense, and the lighter I used just fell. So I'm not going to pick that up until after I'm done. Or if I want to light another piece of incense, don't know, but we'll see what goes down. But anyway, we're just gonna have some fun. We're just gonna enjoy each other's company, maybe, and we'll see what we need to see. So, yeah, I'm excited. Cool. So let's see what we need to see from our oracles. Actually, just a bit of history. If you guys are new to my channel, a lot of my current videos are to do with tarot reading and reading cards, oracles. In this case, I have The Animal Spirits by Krans. On that note, everything is listed in the description for this stream. So if you want to see more from me outside of the stream, or if you want to see what I've used for this live, everything is in the description. I am taking private readings right now. If you guys are interested in that, please follow your heart, and you'll know whether that option is right for you. But I am available for that if you would like. Okay. So back to my original point. A lot of my videos are to do with tarot reading. I was actually blogging, like regular, just talk at my camera blogging. This is about my week, things like that. But I found I needed a change for that channel, so that's where the tarot reading came in. Maybe I'll bring back the talkie blogs. I don't know. We'll see what goes down with that. But in any case, let's see some cards. What happens with that here? 2, 3. Okay. So to start off, we have the starfish. This is from the Wild Unknown Animal Spirits. Again, this is by Krans. So we have an energy that is unique. Definitely. Okay, I'm hearing that this is a potential descriptor for you personally, because there may be some shy energy coming through, and I'm getting to that because most starfish like to be around rocks and protect themselves under rocks, kind of thing, or at least that's the way I understand. I got interested in finding out about starfish, so that's what I understand of the research. So there is some shy energy, some hidden energy, but also there is you have a unique way of adapting to your situation. Okay, let's go with that. There's a starfish. We have the snake. So there's magic in release. Okay, and I think there's magic in release. And I'm getting there because just like snakes will shed their skin, I do think there are some things that you are letting go of. Perhaps it's this desire to hide yourself away. Okay. Either way, it's coming up for, I think part of this energy is coming up for examination. And because I think instinctively or innately, that there's something to be released in this. Okay. And we also have the beaver. So there's some hard work to be done in this, but it's coming from a place of wanting to build stability for yourself in specific. But I think there are people around you who are really depending on you to be a stable leader. And right now I feel like you're not in a place where you can necessarily do that, or that's the story you're telling yourself, when the fact of the matter is it's time to release the imposter syndrome. Yeah. Okay. It's time to release the imposter syndrome, because you do in fact have what it takes to build your dam, build your home, build the life you want to have. Okay. And that may be a bitter pill to swallow. That might be hard to believe, because down the line you've had people saying, well, no, you're not. No, you can't. This isn't going to work. This isn't going to be viable, this, that, and the other. Well, okay, that's them. That's them over here, right? So your hidden energy is the crocodile, okay? So again, there's a chance that you're deceiving yourself. There's a chance of a deceptive story that you're telling yourself here. because even though you've been told certain things, you don't necessarily have to internalize them as your own. And this is what I'm saying about releasing the imposter syndrome, because these other people telling you that you can't, you won't, blah blah blah, whatever your naysayers are saying. What you're doing here, what you're being called to do here, is dive deep, specifically for personal understanding. Okay. And again, I think that's reinforced by the stingray. Okay. Interestingly, we have a lot of water. Okay. I'm going by the glyphs on these cards here. Okay. That's the glyph for water, but we also have earth. Okay. There are a lot of emotions that are coming up for you with this situation. And again, we could go into specifics about, talking about the imposter syndrome, this, that, and the other. You're being called to release that. And that part's scary. That part might be a little bit uncomfortable for you to handle, especially because of the releasing aspect. Okay, shedding that skin. But at the same time, you're being called to come into a grounded state of being right now in order to manage potentially the more turbulent things you're feeling. Excuse me. Again, you can do this releasing in a grounded and practical way, but you need to let yourself. You need to start feeling that, right? Okay. All right, let's go with that. Let's move into another part of that reading. What else do we need to see in terms of our energy before we get into the tarot? What else? Okay. All right, what else do we need to see, please? Okay. Okay. So, next part of this oracle energy we are looking at is we have Nemesis. This is talking about revenge, justice, and outcomes. I'm sensing in all of this desire to release. There's a desire to find the sense of justice for what you've been told. There's you're looking for these other people, because I'm sensing there's been some naysayers that have got you backed into a corner, and now that you're finally coming out of that corner, you're like, you know what, I want you to answer for what you said to me, or I want you to understand how your words have affected me. Okay, that's kind of what you're looking for. But the problem is I'm sensing that it's coming from a place of aggression. And that is not going to be helpful for you. Okay, when I think of revenge or avenge me, it's typically hunting down a villain and fighting that villain. At least in my mind, that doesn't necessarily mean that's reality. But you're looking. I think you're looking in an aggressive manner for something that will make you feel better. Okay, let's go with that. Let's go with that. I'm wondering if that's going to be a worthy, if the outcome is going to be worth it to find for you. Let's see what else. Okay. We also have Pearl. This is calling us to rise up, to empower, uplift, and elevate. So I think now, well, that's interesting. Let me modify that aggression I talked about with Nemesis here. It's not that you're being aggressive. It's that you're looking for empowerment to confront what has been putting you down. And this is interesting because the revenge, air quotes for a reason here, the revenge you're looking for isn't that you want to see the other person hurt. It isn't that you want to see this other person fail. It's that you want there to be an answer for, you want them to answer for putting you in the corner you found yourself in. Okay. Again, I hope that makes sense. Basically, you want justice for being hurt. And again, I'm going to the idea of this being from an outside source. Okay. Yeah. The other thing I'm hearing here is that instead of looking for empowerment or elevation from outside sources, you've really had to dig deep to find it in yourself, and that's where you've hit the wall of being in imposter mode, or feeling like you're constantly in imposter mode. Maybe that's not necessarily true. Okay, so there's Pearl. And we also have Consia. This represents secrets, confessions, and a confidant. Again, I don't think, at least this person or this energy isn't necessarily coming from an outside source. I think this represents the intuitive, still small voice inside of you that's saying you have what it takes to elevate yourself and to empower yourself, so you can confront the energy that's backed you into a corner. Okay. I'm getting to that idea because intuitive hits, and if you've ever had an intuitive download or an intuitive hit, it's usually very quick, and at least from my perspective, it's usually very kind of disorienting because it seems like it comes out of the blue, but at the end of the day, those hits are meant for you, number one. But number two, they don't need to be they don't necessarily need to be drawn out or long statements. Like, for example, just the other day I was meditating and I heard wait, just okay, loud as I'm talking to you, right? Seemingly right in my ear. Now I know there was nobody there. Call me weirdo, call me crazy. I know what I heard and I know how I felt. And do I know what that means? No. Do I have a context for what that might be? No. All I heard was wait. Okay. All right. I'm going to pause for a little bit and then reflect on what that might have to do, what that might have to do for my energy. So, and that's what I mean by the still small voice. If you're feeling something just very light, very maybe not light. Again, if this is to do with intuitive hits and how you feel those things should be paid attention to, because they're probably going to lead you, if not in the direction you feel is right, at least the direction you need to be going in. Okay. So that is Consia. Okay. So let's see. Okay. We have Iris and Mora. Okay, this is our hidden and clarifying energy. The last two cards from our first part of our oracle were hidden and clarifying energies. So our hidden energy is Iris. Okay, and this is representing change, enchantment, or transformation. And there's been a lot of that. Certainly been a lot of that, because nothing has felt the same. Everything has looked different in terms of how the energy is playing specifically in my space, but it could look very different for you. And I think because now that we're heading into spring, we're starting to see certainly new plants growing, certainly new gardens coming fresh. Case in point, we had some major winter rainstorms going on in my area, and now we've had a super bloom happen. So my allergies are kicking my ass, you guys. But the soil definitely changed. The soil now can support new life. I think that's what's happening here for us, is that we're headed to a time of change and renewal. But the thing is, there's something about it that's making us hesitate. There's, again, this imposter syndrome has really kind of got us stuck. Okay. And this is why we're hesitating, because there's a sense that we don't feel that we're worthy. And this is upsetting me to say. Because it's upsetting me to say, because I think we deserve, the boost in our confidence. However, it has to come from an internal place. It has to come from here, and not from anything out here. Okay. So, yeah, the reason we're hesitating, again, is because we don't feel worthy, or we don't feel like we deserve to upgrade or change. When the fact of the matter is that everything does. Everything will. Nothing, we're constantly changing. We may look like we're static beings, but deep down, the person that started this live stream is not the 23 coming up on 24 minutes ago. It's not the same person that's sitting here before you now. Okay. So, like I said, everything is going to change. Okay. You and I are not the same people we were 20 minutes ago. Certainly yesterday us aren't the same people we are today. Okay. And again, how that refers to all of the things we've just seen. We deserve to change. We deserve to evolve. We deserve to be empowered while we face challenges. Okay. So let's see what else we need to see here. Here we go. One more bit of oracle energy, and then we can go into our tarot energy. Okay. So finally, we're seeing that we are provided for spiritually, and we have what it takes to provide for ourselves in this area of our existence as well. So there's that to start. Okay, we also have, this is the buffalo spirit, by the way. We also have the dove spirit. So this is talking about the idea that we have what it takes to be peaceful while things are looking turbulent. Okay. All right, let's go with that. Okay, so we also have the giraffe, and this is talking about seeing your situation from the larger perspective. Okay, because I think we're fixated on the micro. Okay, and I think what's being asked of us right now is to pause and look at where we are abundant, as well as pull out so we can see. I'm going to use a different animal, but get a hawkeye and get a view of our situation, or in this case, a giraffe's view of the situation. So in that way, we can find our peace. We can find our hope. Okay. We can find our peace, find our hope, find our empowerment. Look for outcomes that don't involve us being aggressive or mean-spirited to people in our external space. Okay. But we also, as our hidden and clarifying energies, we also have the cat spirit, which is calling us to be independent and be our own force of nature, right? Be your own force of nature. Be the entity that makes their own choices regardless of what other people think. Okay. And in that way, when we claim our independence, here's our hidden energy. Our clarifying energy is that we have the ability to make our dreams come to pass. And this is the spider spirit. Okay. So, how does all of this work together? Well, we talked a lot about going deep and finding our own truths, working past certain stories that we've told ourselves, right? We're not worthy. We're not worthy. We're not smart enough. We can't do this. We don't do that. Blah, blah, blah. That's possibly conditioning that we've come to by other people, by other people, by energies that are outside of us. That we don't necessarily need to give full and complete credence to, because in all honesty, those energies might not be speaking the full truth, or at least not speaking to the truth of you, right? And hope that makes sense. Let's get into some tarot and see what we can do with that. Before I do that, I'm going to get some water. So here's your hydration break. And please get some water in your system if you haven't done so already. Okay? Alrighty. Okay. So, what does our tarot have to say for us? What can we see? Okay. One card already popping off. This should be fun. Just a heads up with the tarot reading, I usually will ask you guys to pay attention to repeat cards. So while I can't guarantee there will be anything that does come out and repeat. If there is, let's pay attention to that energy. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's see what our beginning tarot has in store for us. Okay, so we have the Queen of Cups starting out. So there is an emotional, there's an emotional energy with you, like we talked about with our animal oracle. There is a lot of water. Therefore, there could be a lot of emotions attached with this situation. In this case, what is going on is that you are deeply in tune with how you're feeling, and you have the ability to get real good and deep, finding those triggers, finding the way to practically apply and practically apply what you're feeling. Okay. It's the kind of thing that maybe you've had to work a little bit on this, because again, with all the water, hence all the emotion in this reading, there may have been some impulsivity, or there may have been some powerful feelings that you haven't quite known how to name. Okay, and I'm specifically thinking of things like anxiety, stress, anger. All of those things just come right out all at once, potentially before this. But now that you're stopping for a minute, you're working on getting a grip on it, or you have done the work to get a grip on it, and now you're nurturing yourself a little bit better through this situation. Okay. Now, again, going back to the animal spirits, the trigger for all of this emotion might be dealing with past conditioning and imposter syndrome. Okay. So there's the Queen of Cups. All right. We also have the Lovers. So there are choices to be made, weighing pros and cons. What do we do? What do we do in this situation? What do we do with this energy? Again, a lot to examine. This energy could be affecting relationships around you, whether that's platonic or whether that's platonic or in a romantic sense. I'm not going to get deep. I'm not going to get too deep into that, because you know what that looks like for you. But if the choice is to stay safe, stay in your comfort zone, or leave the cocoon and do some self-discovery, I do think the second option is potentially what you're working towards. But again, you know the pace you need to take, and you know what this energy looks like for you. Thing being is that you're the kind of person that thrives on the depth of emotion in relationships. So again, figuring out the trigger for some of the darker sides of that is helping you interpersonally. Okay. All right. So there is that. There's the Lovers. And we also have the Nine of Swords. So yeah, something about this is keeping you up at night, and I think it's to do with being unable to name your emotions. Okay. Again, the choice is there's some energy buildup in all of this that is making you feel really tense right now. Okay. Yeah, making you feel really tense. Now, the other problem is that the hidden energy here, well, that's interesting. The hidden energy here is that you're worried that someone's going to hurt you all over again. Okay, and that's, yeah. You've been hurt in the past, and it's been painfully, it became painfully obvious that the people you were interacting with weren't what you needed or what you expected. Either way, there's been some hurt, and the final card in this situation has been played. That was your past situation. How this is affecting you in the present is that you want to reach out again. You want to feel empowered and good enough to reach out again, but you're afraid of the hurt. Okay, you're definitely afraid of the hurt, and that's your hidden energy, but you still have the choice to do this or not to do this. Okay, you're being asked to try. Hello, I'm doing good. Anyway, there's some choices to make, and you know what's going to be right for you. Okay, I'm doing good. I am looking at some cards. I just got done with some oracle reading here. So we're basically talking about coming out of imposter syndrome and kind of trying to reconnect in interpersonal relationships. So hopefully you're doing okay. If there's any way I can help, if you feel comfortable, please let me know. Okay. So, quick sidebar. I actually have pulled cards for bonus portion of the reading. So we'll see what happens when we get there, because maybe that portion will. Sure. Okay. So this Daniel, I hope this person is special. I can tell. I'm starting to feel some special importance being put to this Daniel. The first of those cards that I see with this is the Nine of Pentacles, and this is a state of well-being and peace. So, if state of well-being and peace, let's start there. See what else we have. We have the High Priestess. Okay. And we also have the Knight of Pentacles as well. Okay. So right off the bat, what I'm sensing here is that there's a sense of balance, and that you are using your intuition to stay steady. Okay. I think you've put a lot of work into your situation, and you've made a lot of good effort to be diligent to be diligent with this person. Be diligent with this person. I do see some of this energy telling you to take things slow and measured. Okay. Because you're trying to grow together. I'm sensing that you're trying to grow together. And I'm getting there because pentacles are associated with earth energies. And that's why you're seeing, especially in this particular iteration, you're seeing a lot of leaf and plant energy. I wish I'd brought out the, what's it called? Rider Waite. and Capricorn. Okay. So there is some earth energy. Oh, Capricorn. Yes, that is earth energy. So I do think taking things slow and following your intuition where it comes to the situation. Follow your intuition, because I think right now, if you don't feel settled with this person, you will come to find that. You will come to find that, but you'll also know if it just isn't going to be. Okay. I hope that helps. Yeah. Hope that helps. Actually, let's see. Okay. Well, I'm glad I could help. To close out your question, I do see the Nine of Swords in reverse. So if you are feeling a little bit anxious around this energy, I do think that it's not as severe. It's not as severe as you might be anticipating it being, because it is in reverse. If you are feeling anxiety over this, don't deny yourself. Okay. Please follow your heart, and please use your intuition. Okay. The other thing is that you will face choices, but I think you'll be facing them together rather than two separate entities. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that you have a confidant in this person, and if at least for now, I think you'll be okay. All right. But again, like I said at the beginning of this reading, everything changes. So again, don't deny yourself the right to change and the right to feel what you feel. Okay. So again, I hope that helped. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad I could help. All right, and I hope that made sense. Okay. All right. Let's see what we need to see for the main reading here. All righty. Okay. So first card out, we have the Star. So there's a lot of hope. There's a lot of hope. There's a light in the darkness. So even if you feel like you can't navigate things right now, there is a light. There is light. There is light, even if everything's dark. Okay. Interesting observation that I just happened to see, actually, in another deck that we're not going to use. But the Hermit card, in some depictions that I've seen, will be holding up a lantern, and in the one deck that I used earlier, that light in the lantern is a star. And I'm going to interpret the star energy tonight as your truth, your compass, your means of navigation. Okay? So there's choices to be made here. Okay? And maybe those choices aren't clear. You don't have, it's kind of wishy-washy and not completely obvious right now, right? But here's the thing. You have light. Okay, you have the means of navigating. And that light is coming, that star that's coming from your fire and your personal passions, because you're nurturing them and you're giving them a chance to really become bold and warm and powerful. Okay. All right. Look who we got coming back out again. Our Queen of Cups. So let's pay attention to these beautiful, beautiful cards here. Because again, the call to action is to nurture our emotions and be present with them. Okay. I knew there was going to be a repeat card in this. Here you go, though. You're nurturing your passions and you're tapping into your emotional base to do so. Okay. Cool. So let's see your hidden and clarifying energy here, please. What is going on here? All right. What's up with our hidden energy, please? Let's see our hidden energy. Okay. Oh, perfect. So the tower is coming out in reverse. Part of the interpretation I will give for this is that there are lessons to be learned from the rebel, because nothing is happening to us, everything is happening for us. Okay. And now that this is in reverse, I do see some of the dust clearing out for us, and we're finally able to absorb and interpret what we are feeling and seeing, and finally able to absorb that energy. Okay. So there's the tower in reverse. Let's see. Okay. Well, okay. Yeah, we're back to the choices here. There will always be that for us, even if we're in times of prosperity, even if we're in times of deep, serious concern for ourselves, we will always have the choice. Case in point, you have the choice to ignore this live stream, ignore this reading, ignore all of the information. But for those of you that are choosing to stay, hopefully this helps. Hopefully this gives you something to get yourself along your path. Okay. So again, with the choices, and that's good. That's good. I like that we have that. Okay. We're not bound in, and we are never as bound in as we might believe we are. Right. Okay. So let's see what else we need to see here. We'll see our bonus reading. Okay. What else? Okay. I don't know if you guys are, if you guys ever have read cards, or if you play with a standard playing deck, what your shuffling routine might be like. But if you have anything you want to share about how you shuffle, I'd be happy to hear it. I'm used to doing the overhand like this. I know some people kind of fan those out, but I don't have the room to do that, and I'm imagining my clumsy butt knocking all the cards over. Sadly that has happened. So yeah, we're not doing that. Anyway, let's see Yeah, let's see what cards we need to see here. Okay, we have the Eight of Pentacles to start with. So again, there's some hard work, there's some hard work, but it's meaningful in the way that you're doing it. Okay, this is perhaps a project you've always wanted to take on, or you're doing work that is the most meaningful to you, and in that way because it matters so much, you putting in a lot of work. Okay, you're putting in a lot of work, and I think you're starting to understand that it means so much to you because you have faith in the result. Okay, so even if you don't know what that will be, you're still willing to work towards it because the work is meaningful to you. Okay, so there's the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, you also have the Two of Wands, which is an interesting card to get, because to me this means that you've worked hard and now the gates are open for you. So there's a lot of opportunity. And we're borne out by the sun. Okay, because I did sneak a peek at this card. This is borne out by the sun. Okay. Because whereas before your way might not have been totally clear, it's still you still put in a lot of work to clarify what the path might look like for you. Again, like I said, going back to the choices aspect here, the gates are open, right? And you have the opportunity to stay in your space, which is fine. That's a choice you can make. Or you have the opportunity to go out and see what's past it. Okay? Go out and see what's past it. And you have, I think there's been some clarity gained in terms of what you're willing to put towards that effort. Okay? Okay, let's go there. There's the sun, right? So for our hidden energy, okay, we have the Four of Pentacles here. This is interesting because, okay, let's go with option number one. If you do stay, okay, it's comfortable, it's safe, but you're hemmed in, right? And you're if you choose to say, you're hemmed in, and it may put you in a lack mindset. Okay, that could be a choice if you want to get there, but I don't think there would be any peace or real happiness if you did, because with the Four of Pentacles, at least in my interpretation, this is indicating what could be considered a lack mindset, a definite lack of some degree. Now, this lack mindset is being triggered by you holding on too tight or being afraid of losing resources, time, energy. Yeah, there's that. Remember, though, we're going to go all the way back to our animal oracle here, remembering the buffalo spirit here, that the universe is always going to provide you with what you need. You're never in a lack mindset. Part of the reason you might be going into that is that your brain is telling you, your ego is telling you, well, if you spend this money, you're not going to have it for this over here. Or if you take the time to do this task over here, you're not going to be able to do this task over here, and this task might be more important. So, assess what sacrifices you're willing to make. Okay, because again, you might lose money, you might lose time, you might lose resources, but you're never in a lack if you buy into the thought that the universe will always provide to you. Okay, so that's the Four of Pentacles. Okay, now how it has to do with the Eight of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, and the Sun is that you leaving this behind may mean that you lose your comfort zone. But if you are willing to test yourself, if you're willing to push yourself past that comfort zone, it may mean that there's a lot more clarity on what you need to do next. Okay. So there is the Four of Pentacles. Oh, perfect. Love it. As our clarifying energy, some final energy here, we have the Ace of Cups. So you will have grown. You will have started to make emotional and spiritual growth in doing all of this. Okay. By releasing your imposter syndrome, by releasing the idea that you're not good enough or that you can't do certain things because you don't have what it takes, blah, blah, blah. Your ego is going to try and trip you up. Okay. And if you can find your own truth, actualize your own personhood within the situation, there's going to be a lot of growth and a lot of happiness and a lot of peace will come in for you. Okay. All right. I hope that makes sense. Let's see what else we need to see. But first, water break. Oh, man. So I hope this reading is helping. I'm feeling pretty good. I would like to continue going if you will indulge me. But we do have a bonus reading for everybody if you would like to stick around. Okay, I thought... Okay, yes, it works. I'm trying to remember if I have 3 or 4 oracles that somehow missed, but no, I think I'm all good. So, for a bonus reading, we have the octopus. So maybe in some cases we're stretched a bit thin. Okay, let's start there. We have the octopus. We have éclat. This is representing regret, battle, victory, or bitterness. Okay, so there's that. And we have the squirrel spirit. This is believing in yourself. Okay, so here's the thing. We've kind of stretched ourselves in too many different directions. And in doing that, perhaps we haven't necessarily given ourselves the proper time to do certain things. We've gained certain things that have not necessarily been our highest potential or good. What I mean by that is we've gained something, but it wasn't exactly what we wanted. Certainly wasn't what we expected, and now we're sitting there with kind of with the spiritual version of buyer's remorse, if you will allow the metaphor. There's something. We've tried to do the most, and now we're regretting our decision to do that. if you're looking to fix it in some way, I don't know that the situation is fixable. I don't know what I don't know. You know what that situation is. If it can't, you go through it, and you learn to believe in yourself and in your personhood, and perhaps there's going to be some clarity for you down the line. Okay, but you have to believe in yourself that you can get through some of these stronger emotions. All right. So there's the squirrel spirit, there's the clot, and there's the octopus. Okay. For our bonus tarot, okay, we have the Ten of Cups. Okay. We have the Six of Cups. Okay. All right, and we have the Three of Swords. So yeah, there's something we've decided to do here that's caused us some significant hurt. Significant hurt because we haven't gotten the thing we wanted, and we haven't gotten the thing we wanted. If we have gotten it, it's not what we expected, and it's definitely causing us to hurt. Okay. The thing here is that we have both the Ten of Cups and the Six of Cups here. And we've wanted to feel peace, happiness, love, completeness, fullness. We've worked at a certain thing so hard because we thought it was going to get us here. However, it has not. It has not. And now we're probably feeling a bit heart sore is the best way I can describe that. Because this is something we've expected, we've wanted, we've desperately needed. No, I'm sorry you've gotten it, but is it worth it? I don't know that it is, right? The Three of Swords. Ugh, crap. Okay. Well, it doesn't feel okay, but it's not necessarily insurmountable. It hurts. Okay. And I think whatever this hurt energy is, the way to start healing that is to reconnect, in specific with what brought you joy as a child. Okay. And you have self-belief. Is self-belief that you can make this connection again. Okay. These are your healing cards after so much work, after so much exhaustion and pain. Now it's time to take some time out and relax and find your means of reconnection again, so you can get this here. Okay. Alrighty. Well, I hope that makes sense. I think, honestly, I'm feeling like I could go one more round if you will indulge me here. I love reading cards like this. If it helps, I'm very grateful to those of you who are viewing this with me or after the fact. Thank you so much for coming in. Again, all of my links are listed in the description, and everything you need if you want to get a private reading done with me is in the description. So please consider what's on your heart. If you feel safe in letting me help you in this way privately, I'm happy to do so. Okay. So what I'm going to do Yeah, I'm going to do it that way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a single card out of each deck. We're going to read it much like I read the bonus reading. And then we'll see where we are in terms of timing, because I have gone well over an hour now, and I appreciate you all for being here. So thank you. But yeah, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know. I'm very happy to help where I can. Okay. Guys, this is a lot of fun for me. I hope this is helpful in making sense for you. So yeah, let's go. All right. Let me get organized here again, guys. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see what goes down. Okay. Alrighty. So let's see what we need to see from. You know what? Actually, I said I was going to pull one card from each deck, but I'm feeling like I'm going to pull two. And what I'm going to do with this is read energy for what options you have in your space right now. So if you're watching this back, or if you're watching this in progress, the way I like to do this is to think of an open-ended situation you might be in. If you have, really something that can be answered in a yes or no manner, we're going to look at the outcome of if the answer is yes, and the outcome if that answer is no. Okay? So let's see. Yeah, let's see what comes of that. I again hope this is helpful, and that you will allow me to do this for you. Again, questions, comments, and concerns are in the description. You can leave them in the comments, but if you want to get in touch with me privately, links in the description. Okay. All right, I'm back. Sorry. Okay. So, let me see here. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. So we're almost ready here, guys. Thank you for allowing me to pause here. Okay. Okay. So if your answer is yes, if the answer to your question is yes, we have the peacock. Okay. We have sauvage. This is representing wild, untamed, and mysterious energy. Okay. And we have the turkey, giving with gratitude and grace. Okay, this turkey spirit. So immediately, immediately. I'm sensing a lot of energetic movement to be happening with this situation, especially if this situation has a yes answer associated with it. There's a lot of color, a lot of brightness, a lot of vivid color. Okay. And it's, yeah, there's a lot of movement. There's a lot of tendency to just move forward. Okay. Move forward without necessarily having a plan. Remember that this represents the wild unknown, if you will, and you're certainly in a part of this situation where things might not be known, they might not be clear, but it doesn't seem to matter because you're still commanding that part of that energy. Okay, you're still commanding that part of the energy, because, and I'm saying that because when I got the peacock here, I immediately thought of majesty, or the word majesty came forward in my head. Okay. Now, part of this, what's going to help you is acting graciously and with gratitude for this opportunity. Okay, because I don't think this part of it is something you expected to have or to get. And it's possibly time to make the most of what you are experiencing right now. Okay. So there's your oracle. If the answer is yes, okay. For the yes side of the tarot here, you have the Four Swords. Okay, you have the Fool, and you have the Chariot. Okay. So I'm sensing a period of reemergence after a period of rest. Okay. And I don't, yeah. There's a gentle little lamb here. They don't mean anybody any harm. They've rested. And now, there's, I'm going to interpret that as their intuitive third eye is coming open. There's a lot of light. You've rested to gain clarity on where you need to go. And with the Fool card, I will always say it's spontaneous and going forward in spite of the unknown. But with this, you're still making that spontaneous leap, but it's because you feel sure of what it is that, you feel sure of what it is that you need to do. Okay. Because again, your intuitive third eye is open where that light is. You've rested up very well to get to know where you want to go. Okay. And, one thing you're very sure of is the fact that you have what it takes to move yourself forward. Okay. Again, because it's snail motif, I do think it could be a little slower than you might anticipate, but ultimately you're driving the car. You've got the keys in hand, you're putting them in the ignition, and you know what? I'll see you down the road, my friend. Good luck. I'm proud of you for this. Okay. So there's the Chariot. Okay. And this is the yes answer to your option. Now, if your answer is no, your possible outcome could have the Bat. Okay, this is the Oracle energy. So you have the Bat, you have Regina. This is representing instigation, leadership, provocation, and power. Okay. And you have, you have the stag spirit, which is representing taking the lead. Well, this is interesting because you have two cards that are asking you to step up and address power. Okay. This could be like an authority figure outside yourself. This could be you stepping into a leadership position. Whatever you do for a job may be changing to the point that you are being asked to maybe move out of that a little bit and go forward with your go forward in a leadership position. The thing is that it's not clear. Okay. It's not clear, and it's not that bats are totally there's something about navigating the dark without seeing your final outcome, without seeing you're being asked to step up and take the lead so you can navigate the lack of clarity that you might be coming into right now. Okay. All right. That's the oracle. Let's see what you have for your tarot if your answer to your option is no. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So we have the 8 of Wands. Okay. We have the card for Judgment. Okay. And we have the 7 of Cups. All right. So the thing here is that you're being asked to move quickly. You're asked to decide quickly. You're asked to have to decide quickly. And this might be a bit rough on you because you aren't used to having to do that. Okay. You aren't used to having to make snap decisions here. And what's also, here's the other thing. You have the Bat card, which I said was learning to navigate the dark without seeing the outcome. And you have Judgment. Okay. Which generally tends to mean that there is a time where you're coming out of that darkness. Okay. Commanding your power, taking the lead with your power is going to bring in a lot of light. It's going to bring you out of that darkness. But I think it's also going to illuminate some things you didn't think were there before. You may discover that you've chosen wrong for what you wanted. Now, please be kind to yourself. Don't beat yourself up so harshly over this, because you did the best you could. You did the best you could with the time you had to make your decision. Okay? Again, don't beat yourself up. You are being asked to take power and choose, even if it doesn't feel like you have time to make the best choice for yourself. Okay? Okay. So, there is your no answer. If you have a no answer to your situation. So, I am going to call this stream done and dusted. You guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Again, everything is in the description. Get in contact with me if I can help you in any other way. If you feel comfortable with that, I'm just happy to be here, and I'm happy to help. All right. So I will see you in another stream very soon. But until then, stay safe and stay gold. Love you lots, guys. Bye.